Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing my face for the very first time, hi, my name is Adora and you're watching Life with Adabeke. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching me. You guys, I'm going to first of all start by tendering an apology. I've been kind of out for over a month, a little bit. You know what? Life happens, things get in the way. I'm in med school. I'm surprised that it took me this long for me to go on this long of a hiatus, but I'm back. Your girl is back and I'm back with more content. I've really been trying to incorporate a lot of the things you guys have been asking me, DMing me, messaging me, all of that. And I'm trying to put videos about that, put together videos regarding those kind of content that you want to see. So today's video is going to be in two parts. So I'm going to kind of be walking you through what the requirements to apply to medical school are. So this particular video is going to be about the academic requirements. So what courses do you need to take? What classes do you need to fulfill? What are the prereqs? And the part 2 of this video is going to be about the non-academic requirements. So you want to watch this video till the end, stay till the end. And then when you finish watching this video, be sure to watch the next one that should be out shortly after this video comes out, okay? So let's get into it. As usually, I have my, trusted notebook with me. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So when it comes to med school applications, right, there are a couple of courses that you have to take. So I get a lot of questions and I get a lot of, emails and DMs, especially from international students. And one of the biggest things they ask me is, okay, I already completed my undergrad in my home country. I have a degree in anatomy, I have a degree in physiology, I have a degree in this, I have a degree in that. Will I still be able to go to med school in the US? And one of the things I do say is that a lot of the times, even though you have a degree, the med schools want you to complete these prereqs in the US or at a US institution. So when I say prereq, what are these prereqs? The first one is English. So you have to complete at least a year of English. So for folks who went to school in the US, for me, that was like English 4 and 5. I think English 4 is like comprehension and then English 5 is like writing. But different schools have like different systems of putting it together, but you have to show that you completed a year of like college level English. So if you are in quarter system, you have to show that you did 3 quarters of English. If you're in semester system, you have to show that you did 2 semesters of English. So you do need to do English. That's the first one. The second one is math. That's also a year. So you have to show that you did a year of math. I think most schools have that requirement as calculus. Like you have to show that the year of math was calculus, right? I think some schools have it as stats. It could be stats, but I think if you did calculus, you're fine. So in my school, it was like there was calc 1 and calc 2. So that counts for your year. And then calc 3, you didn't have to do calc 3 at my school. Like calc 3 was just if you wanted to be extra, but it was not part of the med school requirement. So please check with your school what they are like math for pre-meds is. So it's usually like calculus or sometimes statistics, but it's usually calculus. If you do stats, it helps you. Then the next requirement is general chemistry, and they usually call general chemistry the weeder. It's a weeder because they use it and weed people out. So you need to complete a year of Gen Chem. Gen Chem is a year. So at my school it's Gen Chem 1 and Gen Chem 2. It's a series. Like you need to have done Gen Chem 1 before you do Gen Chem 2. So that means that if if you're like I said, if you're a semester, it means you need to have done 2 semesters, and if you're quarter, I think you need to have done 3 quarters, but it's a year. The series is a year, and that Gen Chem is with a lab. So it's Gen Chem with lab, you people, Gen Chem with lab. Then the next requirement is general bio. So that is also a year's requirement. So it's general bio 1 and general bio 2. So you need to make sure that you have completed a year's worth of general bio. I think in my school, the general bio one is like cells, like it's about like, it's like cellular, it's kind of like cellular and the cellular biology for the most part. Like, you know, it's all the cellular, a little bit of biochem, a little bit of molecular bio, and then bio 2 was like mostly about plant biology. So you need to complete like both the entire series of biology. And let me use this opportunity to say that, one, make sure you watch this video to the end. Two, I am going to be leaving a link to the actual AAMC document. So that link is going to be in my description box. The link to the AAMC like where they describe what these courses are. But I'm just kind of like making it easy for you, like as I'm talking about it. But I'm going to leave that link in my description box. So please do check it out straight from the AAMC, what the requirements are. But however, like there's the basic requirement, and then some schools have like additional requirements that I'll also talk about. So then the next requirement is general physics. Yes, you need to do physics. That one was a shocker to me because I was like, why do I need physics to go into medicine? But you do. So you need to complete a year's worth of physics, you guys. So in my school, that was physics 1 and 2. It was like the intro, it was like the most basic physics that you had. So, but you need to complete that physics. I want to go back to general chemistry. When you're doing your general chemistry, make sure that the general chemistry that you're doing is for pre-med, like it's the med general chemistry. Is usually the one that is full, because in my school we had general chemistry for pre-med, but we also had general chemistry for like nursing majors and allied health sciences. If you did that, it would not fulfill the requirements for, it didn't fulfill the requirements for, as in for med school. So just be sure to check like with your academic advisor and stuff. But you do need to do the right general chemistry, and also you need to do your general physics. Now the next requirement that I think is a general requirement is a social science, is social sciences. I think you need to do at least a year, or I don't want to misquote it, but it's either a year or a semester's worth of social sciences. And so this social science, most people just do at least like a psych course, like intro to psychology would fulfill it. If you did psych 1, it should fulfill it. Some people do soc 1, it should fulfill it. I advise doing at least both because some schools have psych as its own separate requirements. Like you have to have just done psych like that, as in psych 1, as a separate requirement. So if you have both, then like if you had a school that had psych 1 and then you had a school that had like just a social science, you know, you've killed 2 birds with 2 stones, I guess. But I recommend doing both of them, and you should take a lot of social science courses generally. Like, then another requirement is biochem. So biochem is not on the basic requirements, but a lot of schools require biochem. So I will advise you to do it, because for me, right, I didn't do biochem in undergrad, but I ended up going to a school that biochem was a requirement. So once I knew that, like, as in I had gotten into Stony Brook, and that was kind of where I was like, as in, I was like, okay, I have an acceptance from a school that requires biochem. I ended up like having like 2 acceptance, like 2 schools that I got accepted into required biochem. So I was like, since this is already a requirement, I now ended up taking biochem. Like after I had graduated, like I was working, I just ended up taking a class, like a biochem class, just that class, and it fulfilled it. Don't be like me. I suggest that you actually just take your biochem like in peace. Take it while you are a student. Take biochem. Like, let that be one of the things you should do. Then another requirement is organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is, most places only require 1 semester of organic chemistry. So you just need OChem 1. OChem 1 is another one of those WIDA classes. You only need OChem 1. Most people, like me, I was a bio major, so I actually took both OChems. I took both OChem 1 and OChem 2, but you only need OChem 1. And some places don't care whether you did a lab. Some places care whether you did the lab. I suggest doing the lab just so that you know you have it. You did your OChem with the lab. Again, so general chemistry needs to be with lab. General bio needs to be with lab. General physics needs to be with lab. Biochem does not have to be with lab or not. OChem it can be by suggest doing the one that has lab. Other requirements that they might ask for is that they might ask you to do this. So this is just like some schools might say, oh, show at least 2 upper level biology classes. So maybe you might have done like anatomy, you might have done molecular, you might have done cell bio, you might have done, you know, some random upper division bio classes. So you can do those. That's not a common requirement, just some schools. And then some schools, you know, like they might ask you for like humanities classes. They might show like require more credit. So if you took like a politics class, an arts class, a music class, those things would count, right? But these ones that I mentioned are the core academic requirements. Those are the prereqs. So again, they are a year of English, a year of math, a year of general chemistry with lab, a year of general biology with lab, a year of general physics with lab, humanities, so that's social sciences, so psych, soc, and all of that, politics, all of that, but usually psych, soc. Then biochem is strongly recommended. I suggest that you do it, and then at least 1 semester of OChem. So those are the requirements. Again, I'm going to put that link to the AAMC requirements in the description box, and please be sure to check out part 2. You're going to see me very soon in the part 2, so don't only watch part 1, watch part 2 as well. And as always, please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, comment, you know, give me a thumbs up. I'm sorry I left you guys for a long time. Let me know what other kinds of videos you want to see, what other ideas, like what questions do you have. I do have like a bunch lined up, you know, from the questions that you guys have given to me. So please keep watching my video, keep sharing, keep liking, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.